Hello everyone, we are well on our way to test both the Floatwheel and the GT-S today. I'm very excited. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be the best boards that are currently available on the market. So, avoiding kids. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
So here I am trying the GT-S in Flow. This GT-S has a one-wheel performance threaded tire. First impressions, it's very squirrely at low speeds. The GT-S is basically a GT. Everything's the same except the motor and the battery and the controller. But physically everything else is one-to-one. So just like the GT, it feels very tippy. The weird thing about this is that it does feel stable at high speeds. I could go very fast very quickly and it felt pretty much fine. Another thing I didn't like about this tire though is that for some reason at low speeds I felt like I was constantly going to, fall off. Carving, for some reason carving didn't feel as good. Turning left was for some reason harder than turning right. Another thing I did notice is that the motor was very loud. Like you could hear the current going through the motor. It's obviously a different powertrain from the GT, and it was very, very loud. Even in Flow, which I'm guessing it shouldn't use that much power when compared to Apex or one of the other more aggressive profiles. I did pick up speed very fast. You could accelerate up to, I don't know how fast I got, maybe 18, 19 miles an hour, and it got there very quickly. Yeah, but it was basically still a GT. I didn't notice that much difference. I did like the low boy footpad thing. The new footpads are much more comfortable. Unlike the GT, which I instantly felt uncomfortable when stepping on the board, this one just feel a lot better. At least I could ignore the footpads and center on, riding. Now this GT-S has flight fins, so maybe I didn't have a chance to get my foot placement just as I like it. I didn't get to, iterate a lot, but what it was pretty nice. Again, the experience was not the best experience I've ever had on a one wheel, and that's probably due to the performance tire. I didn't really like it that much. Maybe trying out another tire for the GT frame, that would change, but that's about it. As first impressions go, that's about it. Now here we're gonna try the ADV. This is the first ADV in Argentina. I helped my friend Fernando set it up. We assembled it and programmed it using Tony's video. Now the first thing I noticed when trying this board is that the motor is smooth, man. Like, you can't even tell that the board is on. Another thing that's weird is that when you get on the board, as it engages, there's no click like FM boards. I think that's due to VEST programming, and I'm told that you can add it if you want it, but it's like magic, man. Like, it's like you just trust the board and get on it and go. Now, this board, it's heavy. It's a heavy board. It's supposed to be 40 pounds or 20 kilograms or something like that. And when you carry it, you feel it. It's very heavy. You don't want to carry this board. But when you ride it, it feels almost as light as an XR, maybe even lighter. I mean, of course, it's all a matter of perspective, but you don't feel 40 pounds under your feet. Unlike the GT and GT-S, it doesn't feel as heavy as those boards. Like, when I get on a GT, I know I have power, I know I have speed, I know I have torque, but the board itself always feels heavy. Like, it feels like a tank. And that's good for some people because you feel more stable, but for me it doesn't feel as maneuverable as maybe an XR or a Pine. Now look at my reaction when going up this little hill. You can feel the motor just torquing up, man, like it's nothing. Now here I'm accelerating, testing a bit the speed of this board, and it's just insane. Like, if you ask it, it is gonna give it to you. Now this board, if you look at the video, the footpad is stuck on one side, So we have to use simple stop or the basic version of simple stop. And Tony already addressed this. My friend contacted him and he's already sending a new foot pad with no charge to his house as a replacement. Now, I know that this may be a little political and all, but for international riders to just get sent a replacement part with no questions asked it's amazing. Like, that's customer service. Now, look at this, how I accelerate and I just pass this cyclist like it's nothing. I know he's not going that fast, but man, it's just like the confidence the board gives you to just go. It's insane. Now, first impressions, the foot pads are very nice. The concave of this foot pads is not as bad as the GT. As soon as you get on a GT, at least for me and my feet, I felt very uncomfortable. The GT-S low boy foot pads fixed that. I didn't feel any any discomfort when riding the GT-S, other than, you know, the fact that I couldn't adjust my position. But these foot pads, as stock foot pads go, they're pretty cool. Grip tape felt adequate. I mean, it's not like a craft and ride grip tape that just, you know, solders you to the board, but it's not the stock pine grip tape, which is basically non-existent. So the foot pads are very nice. Other than the fact that it came busted and has one side stock on, the fact that it's getting replaced, it's just amazing. Now, listen to my reaction as soon as I drop from these little things. I'm laughing because I can tell that the behavior of the board is different from a stock FM board. Like, it just stays level when you drop, and it's not a big drop, but I know that if I do a big drop, the board's just gonna respond in a very good way. So here I'm just gliding through the city, man. It's very comfortable, it's very nice. I'm trying not to do any risky stuff, no bonking or anything like that, because with a stock foot pad, the board could ghost if I fall off it. So I wanted to stay as safe as possible riding this board because, well, it's not mine. So I have very limited time with it. And as you can see, it takes off, man. It just takes off. The motor does sound nice, and it makes noises when you accelerate. Here you can see Alisz trying the ADV for the first time. She's a little more of a speed chaser, so she's definitely going faster than me and trying to chase her on the GT-S. I'm not that much of a speed guy, so I'm keeping as much as I can. And this is her initial reaction.
Es impresionantemente estable.
Sí.
So yeah, basically everyone agrees it feels pretty stable for the weight that it has and the power that it gives you. Here I am back on the GT-S and I'm just trying this hill next to the law school from Buenos Aires, and for the first time ever I felt gradient tracking from Future Motion, and let me say that it surprised me a lot, but it felt nice, it felt really good, so kudos on that to FM. So this is probably the part of the video that you wanted to watch. This is our uphill race, this is round 1. I'll let you listen.
Se la come.
Sí, seguiste de largo.
Cuando digas,
2, 3.
Ya veo, se la come. Mira cómo sigue.
Voy a subir para la vuelta porque me da miedo la vuelta ahí.
Should you get a Floatwheel ADV or a Onewheel GT-S? Well, the answer is pretty much up to you. But my personal opinion is, if you live outside the USA, then go Floatwheel. Like, it makes no sense to drop $3,200 on this board, especially when you have to pay for international shipping, then customs and sales taxes and a bunch of other stuff that just might hike the price up another $1,000 in some cases. Like if I wanted to get a GT-S, the price in Argentina would go up from 3,200 to probably 4,500, and that's just car money. And yeah, I mean, it's car money. It's an amount that makes no sense, because whatever issue you may have with this board, you're gonna have to send it back, and this then is just gonna keep on accumulating expenses more than a car. So yeah, if you're an international rider, I cannot recommend you to buy a Onewheel from Future Motion unless they change their policies and install maybe international repair centers or something like that. They sell parts now on the website, but none of the parts are the core parts that you need to repair your board. You can't buy a controller, you can't buy a battery case or a battery pack, and you can only buy for now the GT-S motor. As of the day of this recording, you cannot repair your own board buying spare parts from Future Motion, so you're stuck with sending the board back to the United States. Now if you live outside America, this is a no-brainer. Like, this board costs, retail price is $1,400 less than the GT-S, and even if they were the same price, honestly the ADV just felt more comfortable. Like, the foot pads I think are better, the motor and the programming of best. This is just the basic tune. We didn't even try any of the tunes that are available out there, and the default tune was incredible. So yeah, I mean, kudos to Tony, Floatwheel, and everyone involved in best programming. Like, you guys are incredible. So yeah, I mean, first impressions, as far as first impressions go, the ADV is the clear winner for me. Like, it makes no sense how good this board is and how cheap it is for what you get. So I'll leave you with my raw first impressions once I got back from the ride.
That was the best board I've ever tried in my life, man. What the f? I know. Not the GT-S. The ADV. Damn, man. What the f?
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, please comment, please do the thing. And if you want me to get my own ADV, you can donate using the link on the description, or you can hit up Tony a message and tell him that this guy needs a board. But seriously, Tony, if you're watching this, please just send me a board. I'll do 1,000 videos on it. Thank you.